It is Tuesday, April 19th, 2022. I haven't spoken out loud in a while. Not since this morning, at least. I like not talking. I like nonverbal communication, where it is understood, and sometimes I can just signal or nod or acknowledge without ever having to say anything. People just understand what I mean, what I am trying to convey. Not that I expect them to then communicate themselves with other people like that, but that's how I communicate. A portion of how I interact is nonverbal signs and signals, body language, movement, gestures. A lot of that I got trained out of when I was small. I was actually, I think I've probably mentioned this before, but because I didn't speak until later. Not that I couldn't, but I was just didn't feel the need to. Paying attention and learning the language, but just never using it myself because I was able to communicate what I needed or wanted to communicate when I was small without having to speak, and I didn't need to until it became necessary. And brought to sign language classes, thinking that maybe there was something developmentally wrong with me or different about me, which there was, but didn't really get specifically acknowledged or responded to, because no one knew, I guess, or no one, I don't know. Anyway, but anyway, I wanted to put something up, just saying hi and I'm okay. Not that I'm even sure about, yeah, but I had additional thoughts and thought I'd just record them, just have them there, because that job offer that or opportunity that I have turned down by not following it, not responding, not seeking, not asking questions, not like going after it. Like maybe that's what they expected or something. I don't know. Because it seems like it was a good offer for somebody that was, interested in that sort of thing. But they got the wrong guy. And so that my store manager, the one that maybe he felt he was going out on a limb and doing me a favor by offering it to me, which I guess he was. Maybe he had already decided that I should be grateful and thankful and profusely, wanting. And he had decided that I was going to have taken it. And then when I just showed interest, but then stopped showing interest, and because I had, followed up on it and asked some questions, and I didn't, and then I thought about it. He told me to think about it, so I did. And I thought about it, and it came out no. It wasn't supposed to. Maybe in his mind it wasn't supposed to. But I was told that he had sought other people from other stores and for candidates of interest. So like it wasn't just me. Like I didn't feel like it was only me, and I had to be the one. And if I didn't take it, then he was just kind of screwed. And I'm still willing. I'll be trained in it. I'll do that. I'll moonlight. I'll be cross-trained. I have no problem with that. But I just don't want the job. Find somebody else. So anyway, I noticed he was a bit quiet around me, a bit awkward around me. Not exactly sure, and maybe that's me sensing it, or perceiving it. Really just a little bit. So I don't know if it's because I disappointed him or embarrassed him or failed to live up to his expectations of what should have happened, the way he had already decided that the future was going to play out, and then I didn't cooperate or participate in his reality that he constructed. So I don't think he's angry at me. I think he's just a little bit unsure of where I'm at and what does that mean, which is, it just means I'm happy with what I'm doing, and that's all. It wasn't I hope he didn't take it as an insult that I don't know. I don't know the man. Or my other theory was he had already made arrangements and somebody else had already accepted and it's already in the works or something. And he wasn't sure if I knew about it. And maybe I was still thinking about wanting the job, and he was afraid that, oh, I'm going to ask a question and he's going to have to break the news to me that, the job's already somebody else's, or he already has something else worked out with another store or something. And he's worried about hurting my feelings because he made this offer and then it turns out that I don't get it. It's like, dang it. So maybe that explains. Or I have no idea. So I'm just going to leave him alone, which is my solution for a lot of things. Just leave people alone to sort things out, because I have no idea. If people aren't directly speaking to me about exactly what's going on, then I tend to have little idea. And I just start making assumptions or just leave them alone. It's like, I don't know. If it was any of my business, I'm sure they would bring it to my attention. But then a lot of things go by, and I was not even aware that there was something going on. Oh my gosh. So, I don't even know sometimes if, are there things I'm supposed to be paying attention to that I just am not aware of or don't notice or not realizing the significance or the importance or the clues, or maybe I'm seeing things that aren't there or not seeing things that are there that I should be noticing and I wanted to notice and I want to notice, but it's like if I knew they were there, it's like, no. So it's not my intention to be absent-minded or unobservant. My deferential position is to, it's very rare for me to stand apart in the crowd. So, not that that means anybody should feel so honored or anything like that, but it puts me in a sensitive and vulnerable position, which I just do not like, and if it's outside my comfort zone. So it doesn't really mean much of anything, except to me, and I can never tell if it means anything to anybody else, because they just seem to, a lot of people just seem to go about their business as usual, and I cannot tell if there's a difference between what they're doing as what I think I see versus if I had not interacted at all. Maybe they're just going about, and it's like nothing about what I've said or done has any influence or importance or effect in their world or their reality. And they'd just be doing exactly what I'm seeing, with or without me. My observation or influence is no impact on what they're doing. I'm the furthest thing from their mind. Hardly a glimmer of what's the word? Thought, I guess. I don't know. Whereas I'd want to be somewhere in the thought process. Because that'll happen. And that's happened many times before. And I'm sure the reverse is true too, or there are other people around me that are trying to get my attention. And I kind of notice that they're trying to get my attention, and I'm not giving them attention on purpose, not reinforcing or encouraging that attention, because I'm just not interested in them for whatever reason. And it does not mean that they're not interesting. It just means that I'm not interested, or I don't think myself to be the person that they're looking for, or something like that. So I can only assume that that's kind of the same for me with other people, is that whoever I'm interested in trying to gauge their attention, it's like, well, they probably just see me as, well, who knows? I will never understand or be able to understand how it is anybody else perceives me. So maybe they do not want to reinforce or encourage me of any sort of false narrative. So I am regarded at a distance with a boundary in place. So, and that is fine, because that is reciprocal distance. And I guess, that's in my inability to well, I'm not well skilled. My aptitude for social inquisition is less than refined. I cannot deduce what it is that I'm doing when I'm around other people, and as far as like reading situations and what does this other, it's like, I don't know, it's confusing. And the small talk, it's like, I don't know. So it's like it's like I get better, it's like I can talk out loud to myself a lot better than I can talk to other people. But that was the other thing I did think of. I was thinking about how you can never really get to know a person. Not really. And for me, it's the way I kind of feel I am is I feel like I need to get to know a person every day, or pretty dang often, because everybody's changing and things are happening in their lives, and all the things that I don't know about add up to them becoming a different person than the one I thought I knew. So it's like I was thinking about my brother, and it's like I don't even know who my brother is anymore. I've been too separate, too distant for too long, and I basically need to get to know my brother all over again. We have the shared history and everything, and a lot of shared experiences and memories, and I assume some of them are gone. I just don't know. There's a lot that I don't remember. I just don't know what. I just get the impression that I don't remember. Gaps. So, and then we haven't been, he's up there in Wisconsin, and I'm down here, and so we don't have that shared history anymore. No ongoing story arc. So he's been doing his own thing up there, which I have no idea about because we don't stay in touch very well at all, which is a lot on me. And because he's tried to get in touch with me a couple times, and it's been difficult. I'm not sure how to feel about it. And then I feel a little bit of guilt, or a lot of it of guilt and confusion. But just using it as it's like, if I don't stay in touch with people, I lose connection. I become disillusioned with who the person is that I think they are, and a lot of times the person who I think they are is not who they were in the first place. They are an entirely different person, And if they don't want to be known, they don't want to be known. It's not my job to then, therefore, investigate. And which is, my curiosity is not their concern. I cannot and should not be the bully or something like that, emotional terrorist. Yeah. So I just, yeah, I'll just keep writing what I write at my leisure, making these as I feel like I have something to say, or which is just mindless, not mindless, but I don't know. I feel like sometimes it's like, why am I doing this? It's there. It gives me something to speak on, reflect on, bounce my thoughts off of, hear myself say things out loud, to get wheels in motion, maybe reveal some other thought that I need to get out, so it doesn't just dwell. So anyway, it was a really sunny day today. Still didn't warm up too much. I got a little bit mild. But by this Saturday, it's going to be up in the low 80s Fahrenheit, which is like 27, 28 Celsius or something like that. So anyway, and I guess I'm still, as far as the other matters go, still interested, still paying attention, still completely unsure of anything as far as anything. It's like, I just assume I'm just nowhere in the picture. And everything is about something else, for something else, because if you're not part of that community, then you're just an outsider. That's how I've always felt. I don't do what people do. I don't believe what they believe. I don't say what they say. And I make attempts to bridge chasms, cross spans. And I do a pretty good job, but it's difficult to. I have to believe. And I believe to my own extent. But I guess I just don't have the same conduit or passion as what some do. I guess mine is just different. The things that I focus on, the things that I notice, the things that I care about, the things that grab the severity of my attention and keep that attention, my curiosity. So, things that excite me, provoke me. So, anyway. Life goes on. The merry-go-round. Right? So, anyway. I guess that's all I got. Somehow I spoke for, or didn't speak, or whatever. I made one of these for over 20 minutes out of nothing. I came in here with nothing. Thought about reading something, but yeah, didn't really have anything. So, anyway, this was just me passing some time and sharing it. Quality time. For whatever it means, for whatever it's worth, maybe nothing. But here I was on April 19th, 2022. Still doing whatever it is I'm doing in whatever way that I'm doing it, being however it is the way I am. So, until next time.